All right, so we are live once again. Another live stream on my channel. Welcome to another play-by-play broadcast on Mono Sports Talk. Today we've got the Boston Celtics at home taking on the Utah Jazz. This game is on TNT. If you're wondering where to catch this game, this is my first NBA play-by-play commentary live stream, so hope you guys enjoy the commentary. It's going to be a pretty good game today. Got the number 1 seeded Utah Jazz in the Western Conference taking on the Boston Celtics from the Eastern Conference, led by Jason Tatum. This is going to be a really great game to watch, and it's on TNT. If you guys want to watch and listen to my commentary, that would be great. And thanks for tuning in. It's going to be a great game. The game has already started. It started at around 6:45, and currently it's a very close game right now. We're just in the middle of a commercial break, but the first quarter is over. We're currently in the middle of the second quarter, and it's going to be great. I really wanted to do some NBA commentary, so here we are, and I think it's going to be a pretty good game. It's really close right now, so got a commercial break right now. It should be back in a couple of minutes, so it's going to be a great game. If you're wondering, number 1 seeded Utah Jazz, one of the most surprising teams this year. Nobody really expected them to jump all the way to number 1, but here they are, the Utah Jazz. They're one of the best teams in the league by far this year, led by 2 All-Stars, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, of course. And then on the other side, you have the Celtics, who have just not played as well as we pretty much all expected the Boston Celtics to be playing. But although led by 2 great All-Star young players, of course, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who both made the All-Star game, it's going to be a very tightly contested game in Boston today, and I'm looking forward to doing some commentary. So I hope you guys are having a great day so far, and let me know who you guys are rooting for in this game so far. It's a close one today. We got the Jazz up on the Celtics 36-33 at the moment, just under 8 minutes into the second quarter, and we see Kemba Walker, who fires a deep 3 and hits it. Kemba, right out of the timeout, fires a deep 3, knocks it down, and it is tied once again at 36 all. 7:30 left in the second quarter, as you see Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson in the corner there on Kemba, and fires a very errant pass intended for George Niang, and that goes back to Boston. As you see, Quinn Snyder, the Utah Jazz head coach, a really great head coach. Has a lot of new philosophies, but of course the Jazz, being the top shooter of the 3 this year, they shoot the most threes, they make the most threes, and they shoot it at the highest clip. So Utah really going into statistics this year, analytics, and really playing it out, and which is why they're number 1 in the Western Conference. As we see, Kemba once again having the ball, defense by Joe Ingles. Back out to Kemba. And Tice throwing it up to Tatum, who finishes at the glass. And the Boston Celtics have retaken the lead. Jason Tatum, of course, being an All-Star, is another great player for the Boston Celtics. He's going to be one of the future stars. He's already a star in this league. I really love watching Jason Tatum. As you see Mike Conley lose the ball, and it seems like he got a bit shaken up there. As you see Kemba once again being the main ball handler the past couple of times, kicks it out. Tice for 3, in and out. Rebound, back again to Kemba. Once again, a step back. And shoots the free throw jumper and knocks it down. Kemba Walker, smiling, enjoying the time right now, playing really well. Past few moments, Kemba Walker 9 points today so far. As you see Conley, who draws the foul on Tice. 6:20 left in the second quarter. As you go back to seeing Kemba jab step, pulls up right at the free throw line and knocks down the easy jump shot. Kemba is a really important player for the Boston Celtics, as he seems to heading to the locker room. He seems to have gotten some sort of injury. Hope he's doing okay. Hope to see him back on the floor soon. Boston is up 40-36 right now at the moment. 6:20 left in the second quarter. As you see, Conley at the line knocks the first down. Mike Conley, being an All-Star reserve this year, made it due to Devin Booker getting injured. Mike Conley, personally, I thought it should have been DeMar DeRozan who made the All-Star game, but Mike Conley comes in there, almost won the three-point contest over Steph. I was really surprised to see that Steph was even, getting challenged by Mike Conley, but he did. It was really impressive to see Mike Conley finally make the All-Star game after 14 years, as he knocks down both free throws to make it a 2-point game once again. This has already been a very tightly contested game, back and forth so far. As you see, Robert Williams, if I'm not mistaken, he's a great young player, has a throw it up to him and he finishes at the rim. Williams puts it down, and a timeout has been called by Utah as Boston extends the lead to 4.6 minutes left in the second quarter. Boston has taken control. So the Celtics, they just haven't been playing as great as we thought. Currently a 20-18 record in the Eastern Conference. That is good for fifth in the Western Conference currently. As you see, the Miami Heat have suddenly risen in the standings. Obviously, the 76ers, the Nets, and the Bucks are the top three, and the Celtics rounding out the top five. But you see the Hornets jumping in really fast. Personally, I thought the Celtics would have a much better record than they have right now. But look, they're trying to get their act together. They're trying to get healthier. My scoreboard, man. I mean, if you want to know the score, it's 42-38 Celtics right now. Unfortunately, I don't have a scoreboard right now on the screen itself, but it is 42-38 Boston. Thanks for watching, man. I hope you're enjoying. And who's your team, man? Who you got? I'm personally a big Rockets fan because I live in Houston, so gotta support the Rockets, as you see by name. But personally, I think the Jazz should win this game, but we will see. The Celtics always showing up in prime time. They always make it a good game. Personally, I love Jason Tatum. I love watching him play, and it's going to be really fun. This game is going to keep going back and forth. I think Utah definitely really needs to win this game. I mean, Utah, they absolutely got smoked by the Golden State Warriors out of all teams. Thank you, man. Hope you enjoyed. And be sure to subscribe if you, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe. That would really mean a lot to me. But thanks for watching, man. Hope you're enjoying. But look, I am really surprised to see the Jazz playing this good, but they've really showed up this year, and they're playing really great team basketball. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. They're playing a lot of team basketball this year, sharing the ball really well. That's why Utah's top in the Western Conference right now. They share the ball, shoot a lot of threes, they make a lot of threes, and they're smart in the paint. Rudy Gobert, obviously, being arguably their best player on the team, with Donovan Mitchell. But it's look, the Jazz, they're playing well right now, but they really need to get a win today. They got absolutely destroyed by Golden State the other day, and it would be great for them to get a win today, as it seems to be that Kemba Walker has rejoined the Celtics. Out from the locker room, he looks good, smiling. As you see Conley, who drew the foul, and it seems to be that's where the injury was for Kemba. But again, 42-38 Boston right now, 6 minutes left in the second quarter, as Donovan has checked in to the game. Royce O'Neal giving it to Clarkson, the sixth man of the year, knocks down the three. Jordan Clarkson from downtown. One of the best bench players this year, probably going to be the runaway sixth man of the year, honestly. Jordan Clarkson playing really well for these Jazz. As you see Tatum being defended on. Tatum sidestep three in the corner, knocks it down. Tatum answers right back. As you see, Tatum gets the steal on the inbound, falls to the ground, and gives it to Williams, who jumps into the air and grabs it. Nice play by Tatum on the defensive end. All eyes on alert for Jason Tatum. That was really a nice play from him. As you see him off the screen, Tatum with the shot clock going down to 3 and gets to the basket, and the shot rolls in for Jason Tatum. Boston up by 6 now, 5 minutes left in the second. Boston really taking control now. Tatum now has 11 points, 2 assists, 5 out of 9 so far. Jason Tatum, as you see, Jordan Clarkson, who missed it, and Favors is there to clean it up. Utah comes right back. And here is Tatum. Once again, I really love Jason Tatum. Same thing with Jaylen Brown. These two are really young, great stars in the NBA. And the Celtics definitely have a bright future, but they've been in trade talks with some other teams trying to get guys like LaMarcus Aldridge. You'll have to see. As a nice feed inside to Smart from Jaylen Brown, who finishes with the reverse layup. As Donovan driving outside, and the ball is picked off by Jaylen Brown. A loose turnover by Donovan. As Smart, who is the life and heart and soul of this Celtics team, as the ball is just all over the place right now. Williams doing all the dirty work, getting the hustle back. Nice behind the back pass, and Smart threw it out of bounds, but it was probably off of a Jazz player, if I'm correct. Yeah, Marcus Smart really means a lot to the Celtics team. He gives it his all, although he's notoriously a great flopper, I've noticed, but hopefully he doesn't do that sort of thing today. As you see, Brad Stevens, the head coach for Boston Celtics, a really great coach. Really like him as well. As as Jaylen Brown gets the floater to go in. Very nice shot from Jaylen Brown, obviously being an all-star reserve this year. A breakout season for Jaylen Brown, all-time best scoring for him. As you see, Jordan Clarkson answering right back with his own floater. The floater is becoming a really great shot. The Celtics have been on fire this quarter, 13 out of 15 in the second so far. Brown kicks it out. Marcus Smart and Ojale, if I'm correct, cannot handle the pass. As this game has gone by really fast, already approaching 3 minutes left in the first half. Not a lot of scoring from Donovan Mitchell yet in this game. Clarkson is really chipping in as that sixth man. Outside, Bogey. Outside back to Donovan. Off the screen by Gobert. Mitchell pulls up for 3 and knocks it down. Donovan Mitchell from downtown. I like Donovan Mitchell as well. He's a really great player. 3 points so far. That's his first points of the game. Tatum step back, and he is fouled already by O'Neal. Donovan Mitchell finally getting onto the scoreboard with that 3, man. He hasn't been off to a great start today. He needs it. As you see Tatum going and checking out. Smart doing the inbound right now. Shot clock at 18. 2:47 left. Tice is returned. Brown probing in the paint. And it is stolen by Royce O'Neal. A loose pass there out to Bogey. And O'Neal back to Conley, who does a pump fake. O'Neal fakes it and shoots the 3. Is off. Rebound Smart. Boston looking to end this first half in great fashion. As you see, Jaylen Brown driving a fadeaway jumper is short. Rebound, Stifle Tower, Gobert. Mitchell definitely needs to start shooting and making some shots. Same thing with Conley, who steps back for 3. Rebound, Jazz. As you see, Mitchell, nice fake and gets the shot to go. Donovan Mitchell, beautiful drive there. As he is 5 points now, heating up late in the second. 51-50 Boston as of the moment. As you see, Smart Going around the screen for Tice, fakes it out. Brown in the corner, guarded by O'Neal. And Smart throws it up, a loose shot. Tice gets the rebound, floats a high arcing shot, an air ball. Rebound, Bogey Bogdanovic, as it looks to be a foul on the Celtics. Boston, a win here for the Celtics would be really great for them to get back on track. Last game, they did beat up the Houston Rockets by quite a bit. As you see, Mitchell splitting the double, spins around, back out to Bojan Bogdanovic, and the shot clock down to 5. Mitchell probably going to pull back for 3 here. He does, and he is fouled. 3 shots for Donovan Mitchell. Probably the worst foul you could do. Donovan a bit slow getting up. Once again, it's that foul in the landing space, which is really dangerous by Ojale as he looks up. A minute left in the first half. Mitchell to the stripe for 3. As upcoming national TV schedule got some pretty good games tomorrow on ESPN. Clippers and Mavs. I love Luka. And obviously Kawhi. Bucks and 76ers obviously lost a bit of that magic with Joel Embiid getting injured. Hope he's okay. It was a terrible injury, man. That was really scary and awful to watch. I hope Joel Embiid is doing good right now, as the officials are reviewing to see if that's a foul. These reviews take way too long, personally. They ruin the flow of this game. The officials just need to make the call right away, and it shouldn't take too long in the review. I mean, sometimes they take way too long. That's not how it should be. As you take a look at the replay, Ojale on defense, Mitchell pulls up for 3, and Mitchell does fall down. Ojale may have touched his hand. Yeah, he does touch his hand, and he interferes with the landing space. There should be a foul. Personally, there should be a foul in 3 shots. So Ojale continuing to look up and saying that's not a foul. Obviously, what do we expect? This is taking really long. I mean, they should just call it what it is. I think it's a foul. I mean, Mitchell personally kind of extends his foot out. We'll see what they rule here. Boston 51, Utah 50 right now at the moment. Second quarter, 1 minute, 11 seconds left. Who am I rooting for? Personally, I hate Utah. I mean, I don't like Utah that much. I mean, I like some players on Boston, so yeah, I guess I'm going for Boston. But really not a huge fan of both of these teams. I was really hoping to do the Rockets today, but unfortunately, Christian Wood got hurt. Obviously, we know Christian Wood got hurt, but he was not able to play today against the Hawks. I was really hoping to watch Houston, but unfortunately, they could not play with Christian Wood today. I mean, yeah, they ruled it a flagrant foul. Oh, man. That must be a flagrant foul 1. I was not expecting that. So you have a shot here for Donovan, plus those free throws. I mean, Kyrie with Boston, I mean, yeah, it wasn't really, I don't think, personally, it kind of had a poor ending. Kyrie was it just didn't end well. And that's why you had to move on to the Nets. Yeah, Kyrie with Brooklyn was really lighting it up, but I guess Kyrie has, a unique personality, and it just wasn't fitting with Tatum, with all the guys over there in Boston. So, as it seems, Mitchell gets 2 chances. Mitchell gets 2 free throws here as a flagrant 1 was called. Yeah, I mean, Kyrie's definitely settled down with Brooklyn right now. Of course, James Harden and his buddy KD. I'm sure Hey man, what's up? Glad you joined. It's great to see you guys join. Utah has the lead right now after that flagrant foul on Ojale. A minute approaching left in this first half, as you see Conley navigating and shoots the 3 short. Rebound Tice, as Smart is moving down the floor under a minute left in the first half. Hey, Mano. Brown off the screen. Gives it back to Kemba, back to Tice, who pulls up for a mid-range shot. Rebound, Bogdanovich. Utah trying to get the 2-for-1 possibly. A wild pass out to the corner. And Boston gets another possession here. Early championship predictions. Personally, I have to go with the Nets in the East. Personally, I don't think anybody is going to stop the Nets. They're just a powerhouse right now on the offensive end. They've gotten better defensively, so I think the Nets on the East. The West is a tough one. Personally, I think Utah hasn't really faced the best competition yet, and I feel the Lakers are in control. They're just trying to rest Anthony Davis. I can see Tice finishing at the rim. Boston taking lead 53-52. Last possession of the first half for the Utah Jazz. Donovan Mitchell in control right now. But yeah, the Nets in the East. Lakers obviously are looking to stay healthy for the playoffs, just trying to keep Anthony Davis there. Look, the Lakers are just going to be there. Obviously, the Clippers, I don't really think they can contest with the Lakers. Right now, I mean, it's Nets-Lakers right now. That's pretty much what everybody's saying. But I do think teams like the Suns can go to the conference finals, maybe shock things up right there. Thanks. Yeah, it's a pretty nice house, but Damian Lillard, absolutely. I absolutely agree that he should be an MVP race, if not number one. Obviously, Joel Embiid, man, that was really bad to watch. I really hope Joel Embiid is good right now. That was a terrible injury, man. He was in the MVP front. He was right in number one for MVP, Joel Embiid, and he just got hurt. Damian Lillard absolutely needs to be in MVP race. He was number one. As you see, Kemba just flying it. And that is the half. Utah takes the lead 54-53 at the half. It got a close one here on TNT. It's going to be a great second half as well. It's going to be a great game. Both teams trying to get a big win tonight. I know Portland, I feel Damian Lillard still does not get as much respect as he deserves. He's one of the best players, arguably the greatest clutch player of this generation, man. He's made so many clutch shots. It's just unbelievable. And the fact is that he's still getting disrespected is just honestly stupid. He should have been an all-star starter. Lillard leading this team from the front when both CJ McCollum and Nurkic are out. He definitely should have been, number two, if not Joel Embiid being number one. But look, Joel getting hurt, I don't know how that's going to change the MVP race. Personally, LeBron has got a great shot to win MVP right now. Yeah, the Jazz are currently number one in the Western Conference. They have a good lead in the Western Conference right now. They have a 2-game lead over the Suns, Jazz being 28-10 in the West. And the Suns being very close as well, 26-12. And then you have the Lakers at 26-13. So it's going to be a close finish, but I think Utah might actually end up being the number one. Yeah, prayers up for Embiid. That was a really scary injury. It was very hard to watch. Yeah, LeBron is probably going to end up winning the MVP. Honestly, Joel is probably going to miss quite a bit of games. LeBron is going to be the MVP. Probably he has to win a decent amount of games without Anthony Davis, obviously, because the Lakers have struggled without AD. They're 8-7, I think, without AD. But there have been games without Dennis Schroeder as well, who's been important. So, yeah, I think LeBron definitely could win the NBA MVP right now, just because Joel got hurt. If Joel Embiid didn't get hurt, Joel Embiid would win the MVP, no doubt. I know, I totally agree. Carson Wentz, obviously in 2017, he got hurt. He would win the MVP. Yeah, LeBron personally deserves an MVP for a while. He hasn't gotten it in a long time. Same, I definitely thought Joel too. He was definitely going to win it. The Sixers being the number one in the Eastern Conference, him leading them from the front, had a 50-point game, had a couple of 40-point games as well. Joel was really, really lighting it up. But it's a good thing for the Blazers today. I mean, you get CJ back. I'm sure you're happy about that, getting CJ McCollum back today. They're playing the Pelicans today. I think the Blazers could be a player in the West. We'll just have to see. Right now, I think they're number 5 in the West, if I'm not mistaken. They're number 6 right now, with the Nuggets moving back up. But yeah, the West is really tight. But personally, LA is so relaxed, even with Anthony Davis getting hurt. They're just trying to keep him healthy. And then I think the Lakers definitely can cruise in the playoffs. Just have to see. Teams like the Nuggets, if they get their act together, can definitely, play a role. Tips for March Madness. Personally, I don't follow much college basketball, but I did fill out my bracket. I made a video on that. If you guys should go check it out. But personally, my Final Four, I had Texas, U of H, Ohio State, and Gonzaga. But obviously, I'm a little bit biased because I live in Houston, so I picked the Cougars to win U of H. But not just me. The Cougars are a really great team. I mean, I just don't, just go with your gut, honestly. If you feel that a team is going to win, just go with that, honestly. Generally, the feelings work out better. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, yeah, and then in the NBA, going back to Mano saying it's becoming European soccer, I mean, players just can go wherever they want, honestly. Just can request a trade and just get out of there. James Harden, obviously. Why would I? James Harden. But look, I still do have some respect for James Harden, even though the way he left us. I still have some respect. I mean, after this game between Utah and Boston, you got the Pelicans and Blazers. That's going to be a great game. I love seeing Damian Lillard play. He is must-watch TV. Dame time. He's must-watch. Dame is just so great, man. I personally think he has more range than Steph Curry, but Dame's for real. Honestly, I feel like Harden and Westbrook could have worked out. I mean, especially, I feel like they just didn't want to run it back. I feel if they could have run it back, it might have worked. But the thing is, getting Christian Wood, getting him as a big, Russell Westbrook was really great with small ball. So that's why being in small ball is just really tiring for some players. And honestly, you're not going to beat the Lakers by playing small ball. We all saw that last year. So Westbrook was really playing great with small and getting Christian Wood, and then Westbrook and obviously leaving, and then James saying, well, there's not really much for me here. I just want to get out. Well, and that's why the Rockets are currently 14th in the West on a horrendous 16-game losing streak. God, man, I just can't. The Rockets haven't won since early February. It is just terrible being a Rockets fan right now, but I'll still support my team no matter what. I mean, may not have worked, both him and Westbrook. I mean, both wanted to be the main ball handler. Westbrook, personally, I guess, just wanted to be the main guy, so-called, just wanted to get, his triple doubles. That's what Westbrook is, a stat patter, honestly, if he wants to go to Washington. He wanted to go to the Wizards just to get triple doubles every day. So, I mean, you're not winning going to Washington. Westbrook just wanted to be the main guy, like he was in OKC. So that was that. But personally, I would have loved to see them run it back with Christian Wood. I mean, Christian Wood, you can list him as a forward too. So they still could have played some sort of small ball. Obviously, Christian Wood would be that de facto center, but it really could have worked out with him and Westbrook. I just wish they could have redid it. Got Christian Wood. I mean, he's an all-star. This Rockets team really could have made it to the conference finals if him and Westbrook stayed, but that's that, and it's over. Harden is really enjoying it with Brooklyn. They don't even need KD, honestly. They're still winning with James and Kyrie. So the Nets are looking really great right now, and that's why they're my favorite. The Nets are really my favorite to win it in the East. Nobody can really compete with the Nets. They're just obviously the greatest offense ever in NBA history. And getting KD back is only going to make them more dangerous. But my thoughts on the Jazz are that they're a great team, great ball movement. They love shooting those threes. Obviously, they give the extra pass, which is just great to see with Utah. But personally, I think in the playoffs, they always come short. I think that's going to be an issue again. We've seen in the playoffs, you can't rely on the three too much. And obviously, I know that being a Rockets fan, you can't take too many threes. I mean, 27 missed threes, you can't. I just hate hearing that. I still haven't gotten over that game 7, by the way. It was over that was over almost 3 years ago, so. But I think Boston can be a player in the East, but the thing is Tatum and Brown just have to ball out like crazy, and then Kemba really has to show up. Kemba Walker needs to show up for the Celtics. He hasn't done that enough. But personally, once again, the Nets are just overpowering. They've played defense as well. The Nets have been playing defense. They're not a great defensive team, but they get it done when they need to. They get those big stops, and that's what matters. Nets 76ers is probably looking likely in the conference finals. That's only if Joel stays healthy. There's no other team in the East that can really compete that I feel confident enough that can beat the Nets. Bucks, not confident. They always mess up in the playoffs. 76ers, same thing. Heat are the team, but they're just not nearly as talented as the Nets. And in the West, I think the Suns can be a major player. They're a really great team, the Suns. Obviously, Lakers being my favorite right now. The Nuggets, if they start catching heat, can do the same thing. And the Blazers, but Lillard will just have to play monstrous performances. That's my thoughts, honestly, for the NBA right now. But we've got a close one tonight. It's going to be a great finish to this game. 54-53 Jazz at the half. Leading scorer for the Utah Jazz is the sixth man, Jordan Clarkson, and with 14 points. And for the Celtics, it is Jaylen Brown with 12 points as well. Tatum has 11, Tice has 11, Kemba has 9. And for the Jazz, Gobert has 4, Mitchell has 9, Conley has 7. Ingles has 11 off the bench. Right now it's half. There are longer halves in these national televised games, so... I mean, personally, who are your guys' MVP favorites? I'm really confused now because of Joel getting hurt. Should it be LeBron? I mean, I guess it should be LeBron. I'm not really sure. The thing is, I think Lillard might slowly drop out of the race because of CJ coming back. Obviously, if McCollum plays out of his mind, then Dame is definitely going to drop. But I think LeBron, Jokic, the Joker is really going to take control as well. But I am excited for March Madness. It's going to be starting on Thursday. I made a video on that. Be sure to check it out. And that March Madness is going to be great. It's going to be really fun. I mean, baseball is going to start up soon as well. April 1st is the start of baseball. That's going to be exciting. MLB returning. And it's still halftime. Man, the halftime is so long. Hey, there's Zion. There's Zion and the Pelicans, obviously, this year only being 17 and 22, not playing as good as we expected. And there you see CJ McCollum making his return from his broken foot, I think. As you see highlights from the OKC versus Chicago. Oh man, what a poster that was. Wow. As you see, as Chicago currently has the lead 49 to 46, and Rockets and Houston. Oh man, the Rockets are down by 18 again. You've got to be kidding me. How many times are the Rockets going to get smoked in the first half? It is just terrible to watch. It is just sad to see the state of the Rockets right now. But I'm a Rockets fan and I'm hopeful for this team. I fully support the Rockets no matter what. They've got an extremely bright future. And I'm telling you, if the Rockets had stayed healthy, personally, I think they would be a number 7 or 8 seed in the West. They would be that good. Having a healthy Christian Wood. Christian Wood is an all-star. He's an all-star, Christian Wood. He would have made the all-star if he stayed healthy. If the Rockets just stayed healthy, you had Victor Oladipo and John Wall. That's a good backcourt. And then Christian Wood, obviously, and then you have some really great players. Jayshawn Tate, some guys to mention about. Obviously, Kevin Porter Jr., my man. He is really great. KJ Martin coming back. Daniel House, obviously. Eric Gordon. You have guys. They just did not stay healthy. And personally, I think their season might be done. It's becoming too many losses, and they just won't be able to make the play-in. They'd have to go on an insane run. I'm telling you, the Rockets are a playoff team. If all these injuries didn't happen, the Rockets had over 20-something starting lineups this year. The Rockets, they've never had the consistency, so they've never been able to gel together. And that's why they're sucking so much this year, because of that. The Rockets are not as bad as you think. I'm telling you. In February, they won 7 out of 8 games. And everybody was shocked to see how well they're playing without James Harden. Until the injuries happened. And that's that. Also, the NFL free agency is going crazy. If you haven't been checking that out, that is ridiculous. NFL free agency has gone crazy. It has gone crazy. NFL free agency. All over the place. Obviously, I'm a Texans fan, so I've been keeping track of the Texans. They've made some moves. Nick Caserio, the GM for the Texans, has played well. Not played well, has done well as GM. As it seems like we are back from halftime. As Boston did not surprisingly shoot any free throws at all. Boston did not make any free throws or shoot any free throws. As we are back from the half, Celtics have the ball. Tatum kicks it outside to Brown. Shot clock down to 5. Tatum sidestep 3 in his spot, and he makes it. Jason Tatum from downtown. 2 open up the third quarter, and the Celtics have taken the lead right back. The Celtics really need to get to the line and shoot more free throws, and then also play better on the defensive end. They really need to do that. As you see, Kemba in the post against Bojan Bogdanovic, and he finishes 56 all so far. As you see, the starting lineup for the Celtics, same starting lineup except Ojale comes in for Tristan Thompson. And here is Brown off the screen. Brown is hit on the back, and the ball goes out of bounds. Jazz ball. Pretty good defense there. Utah being, I think, a number 4 defensive rank in the NBA right now. as Bojan Bogdanovic kicks it out. Royce O'Neal for three, lines it up and drains the three. Obviously, Utah being they are the best three-point shooting team. They shoot the most threes, make the most threes. And right now, Utah shooting 48% from downtown, 11 of 23. Kemba really needs to get going. Same thing for Jason Tatum, as Jaylen Brown hits the shot. Count it and one for Jaylen Brown. Draws the foul, hits the shot, and will go to the line. Oh man, Donovan fell on the ground. Oof. Brown getting some guys on the floor. There's some good nature between Donovan and Jaylen. Donovan continuously complaining to the referees as Jaylen Brown knocks down the free throw to make it 59-all once again. This has been so tightly contested. Wow. As Bogdanovic is double teamed and is fouled. Utah obviously complaining after that so-called blown game against the 76ers. Utah obviously being felt like that game was stolen from them. As you see, Bogdanovic shooting a free throw. Some sort of violation. I was not keeping track of that. Not really sure what that was about, but as he is heading to inbound the pass. Back to O'Neal. And Bojan Bogdanovic for three, rebound Tice. As Kemba tries to draw the foul, cannot get it back, and was complaining. As you see, Kemba setting the screen for Tice, looking for three once again. And Brown with the runner. No good. Gobert with the rebound. Celtics need to take advantage of their opportunities. As you see, Donovan Mitchell going to the basket and getting the layup to go in. Utah with a 3-point lead now. 9 minutes into the left in the third quarter. As you see, Jaylen Brown in the post. What am I saying? Jason Tatum cannot get it to go. It rolls out, back out to Donovan Mitchell. Gobert once again with the rebound. Gobert is obviously going to get all the rebounds. As you see, Mitchell heading to the basket, cannot get it to fall, and Kemba runs away with it and is fouled as he was drawing the foul. Kemba, obviously you see here, was trying to draw the foul, was unable to, and the shot was no good. As you see, Donovan finishing at the rim. That was a nice job there. Tatum once again weaving his way through traffic. And Tatum at his spot. This is Tatum's spot. He's going to drive against Gobert. The floater, no good. Cannot gain the rebound. Tice gets the offensive rebound. Here's Brown. Another floater in and out once again. And it is off. Jaylen Brown stays with Utah. It was off of Gobert. Excuse me. Stays with Jaylen Brown and the Celtics. Tatum to inbound, outside back to Walker. And they get it to Tatum, who's, as there's a foul called on O'Neal of the Jazz. As you have 14 on the shot clock, 8 minutes, 29 in the third quarter so far. As O'Neal checks out. And you see Joe Ingles coming in off the bench. Joe Ingles being that 3-point shooter. And Tice, by the way, can shoot some threes. So Boston center can shoot as well. As you see, Brown loses the ball. They're looking for a backcourt violation. Wasn't called. Tice top of the key for three. No good rebound. Tice, and it is fiercely blocked by Gobert. What a block by Gobert. Outside, Bogdanovich back out to Conley in the corner. Once again, Ingles for three. Top of the key, knocks it down. Joe Ingles for three. Utah up by 6 now. Boston really has to get some shots here. Utah slowly is getting the lead farther and farther. As you see, Kemba, rebound, one go. Tice throws it down off the miss. A much needed basket for the Celtics as Utah seem to be running away. Tice finishing at the rim. Nice cleanup job there. As you see, Gobert actually running the floor. Gobert misses the layup, and he is fouled as Gobert falls to the ground. You see Tice finishing, throws it down, but Gobert says, get that out of here. As you go back to the Ingles, top of the key three, knocks it down. Gobert at the line, he's roughly, about a 65% free throw shooter. Obviously, Gobert being second in blocks this season and first in contested shots. Defensively, he's an all NBA defensive player. Rudy Gobert being a great defensive player, 2-time defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert. Obviously, Rudy Gobert was the one who caused the NBA shutdown, if you remember. 1 year anniversary of that as well this year. But Gobert was the one who started that by testing positive. Gobert at the line for his second free throw, and he hits the second one. 1 for 2 at the line. Utah up by 5 now. And Kemba really needs to get going. I've been saying that. He's a really important key for the Celtics team. As he's fouled by Ingles. Kemba top of the key dancing. Tice off the screen, pick and roll. Tice with the floater knocks it down. Daniel Tice getting involved. Up ahead, Joe Ingles. As Bogdanovich looking to set the screen. Gobert now. Mitchell running, spin move. Oh, he was going to throw it down and he couldn't finish. Teague gets the rebound. Back out to Walker, who can finish off of Jaylen Brown, and it is Utah ball. A nice turn of events there. Pretty entertaining as Mitchell was looking to stuff that bad boy. Unfortunately, he couldn't, and a timeout. Utah up 66-63 right now. Mitchell now has 11. Ingles up to 14 points right now. And for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown at 15, Tice with 13, and Tatum with 14. Ojale has been unable to score so far. As Utah has been shooting lights out from downtown, 48% from three, and getting to the line 10 times, knocking down 8 of them for 80%. Once again, the Celtics, only 1 free throw attempt. That's really rare. We were already more than halfway through this game, and there's only been 1 free throw attempt for the Celtics, which is just crazy. Celtics only shooting 27% from 3 right now, which is an issue. I mean, what are your thoughts on the NBA so far? Obviously, the Warriors this year, Steph is having to lead the Warriors by himself. That's the first time he's had to do that. Otherwise, he had Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, all those guys there. And this is the first time he's had to be the main guy on the team. So, obviously, Steph is obviously the face of the franchise. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the players around him are not as good anymore. Obviously, Klay Thompson getting injured. Draymond Green is still there, but Steph really not getting that help that he needs right now. But the Celtics have to start winning these big games if they want to have a chance. I mean, if they want to show up and make people believe in them, they're gonna have to win these big games, like this one against Utah. Can they get it done? We'll have to see. This is going to be a very close finish. So, and you might be wondering, as a Rockets fan, whether I still support James Harden or whether I just hate him. No, I don't. I do not hate James Harden. I still support him. Obviously, with him being in Brooklyn, I obviously watch some of his games. I still wear his jersey. I love watching James Harden play. He was obviously my favorite player. It was tough to see him go the way he did, especially the way he did it, being that cancer in the locker room. Just unfortunate. If he had just gone out more respectably, I would have had way more respect for him. But he just left it. He just left us like it was nothing, honestly, and just begging his way to get out of here, and saying that players in here were not good enough. I mean, that's a really big insult, man. These guys are good enough. The players on the Rockets are good enough. So, absolutely, that was a bit bad, but I totally understand James Harden wanted to move on. He has given 8 great years to the city of Houston, was one of really great in community over here. As we are back, as you see Favors checking in, Bojan Bogdanovic with the shot clock running down to 4. Step back, Jay is unable to go. Teague gets the rebound, and off he goes. Jeff Teague, great addition for him. As you see, Robert Williams fighting his way, gets the offensive board, fakes it. Another fake, and he loses the ball. Donovan Mitchell making the play happen. Mitchell, and he is fouled by Teague. And Teague wonders. As you see, that is Ursan Ilyasova. He was just acquired by the Jazz, a good shooter, 3-point shooter. Obviously, the Jazz love those kind of guys. They just got him. And I don't think he's made the debut on his team yet, but we'll have to see. Ingles right now with the ball, and there's another foul being called. I think Ilyasova could be a good role player for them as well. The Jazz definitely, and that is an offensive foul. Obviously, that's the release and then the bump into. Obviously, that's a crazy kind of rule. But obviously, when you release the ball and bump into the guy, it's still a charge for some reason. That's just the way it is in the NBA. I mean, they got these crazy rules, but as it's back to Boston ball. I'm sure the Jazz would love to have Ilyasova start playing soon. As you see, Smart, the heart and soul of this team, unable to finish it, and he takes a tumble with Mitchell. As you see, Clarkson, the 6th man, coming in and joining the party once again. Clarkson, weaving his way around, gets the floater and is unable to go. Rebound Williams, back out to Jaylen Brown. Robert Williams is a great rebounder. As you see, Williams with a jump shot, unable to go. Rebound Bogdanovic. Ingles tries the 3. And Teague gets the rebound, and he races up the court. Smart pulls up the trigger for 3, no good. Rebounds Williams, and there is a foul once again. A foul on Jaylen Brown. As we've heard that Marcus Smart is still, on a minutes restriction. Obviously, him coming off an injury, so he's still on his minutes restriction. And here is Donovan. Jay, nice shot. A nice jump shot there for Donovan Mitchell, right at the free throw line, a free throw jump shot. As Robert Williams gives it out to Tatum in the corner, Tatum probing. Tatum, step back, unable to go. Rebound, Ingles, 2-on-2. Back out to Bogdanovich. As he is in the post against Teague. Fakes it, off the glass. Nice shot by Bogdanovich. As Utah is now up by 7. Boston really needs to start scoring some more here before the Jazz kind of get away, because the Jazz can get on these kind of runs here. Shooting threes. Here is Teague. Obviously no Tristan Thompson today for the Celtics. That might hurt. Williams finishes at the rim. Nice pass from Teague. Easy baskets. Those are what the Celtics need right now. And you see Clarkson and Favors in, and Ingles as well. Mitchell, high off the glass, unable to go. Rebound, Favors, right off the glass, and finishes. Utah continuing to score offensively, as they're giving space to Williams. Give it back to Jaylen Brown, who almost lost the ball. And here is Brown outside to Tatum. Another three for Tatum. He hits it. Jason Tatum, 4-3. A much needed three for Tatum. Tatum really needs to start heating up and making some shots right now. 17 points for Tatum right now. And they give it back to Clarkson. Clarkson is a really great offensive player. A really great sixth man, can really generate some offense and make his own shot. As Clarkson with the shot clock down to 1, he's going to have to put it up. A sidestep 3, unable to go. And it is a 24-second violation on Jordan Clarkson and the Jazz, as timeout has been taken. Utah up 72-68. Got a close game, but the Jazz almost seem to be pulling away, but then the Celtics come right back. So currently a commercial break, if you're wondering. But it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a close finish. You better stick around for this game. It's on TNT. TNT Tuesday primetime edition. You always got to tune into these great matchups on TNT. So, and unfortunately, I cannot show the screen. Don't want to have any copyright issues or whatever. It's just better to be this way. But I think the Celtics, they need more players to be a true contender. You know, trying to get LaMarcus Aldridge might help, but the Celtics need another sort of big-time name and scorer to really bring up their chances well. Because you got teams like the Nets, their insane big three. The 76ers, their big three. It's going to be tough, especially with Giannis there as well. So the Celtics really need another player. Obviously, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, those are great players. Kemba being the veteran presence there. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. But we're about to be approaching the fourth quarter here in Boston. What sports jerseys do I have? Obviously, I have football, basketball, baseball. I have my Astros jerseys. Yes, I do support the Astros because I live in Houston. So I hope that is not a problem. I know they cheated, okay, but and I think that's about it. I do not watch hockey at all. I haven't been too big of a hockey fan, but I do have a lot of jerseys. I mean, obviously LeBron, James Harden. Those are my two basketball jerseys. Football jerseys, I have my Dak jersey because he's my favorite player. And then for baseball, I have an Altuve jersey as well. As you see, Clarkson was fouled here. The landing space was being interfered with. So Clarkson gets to shoot 3 free throws. That eliminates the 24-second violation, as this was before the shot clock expired. So yeah, he was going to shoot 3 free throws. As you see, the official explained that Tatum is like, what in the world? And Clarkson is at the line for 3. You hate the Astros, meaning? I mean, obviously everybody's going to remember them for cheating. That's the thing. So the thing is, they're not doing it anymore. I can guarantee it. I'm sure Dusty's not allowing that to happen, okay? Dusty's a great guy. He's not going to allow cheating to happen. Obviously, they cheated. I mean, what's not to admit? They cheated. There's always going to be an asterisk next to that 2017 title. That's the way it is. Obviously, I still believe that the Astros would have won it even if they didn't cheat. So, as you see, Tatum, nice step back Jay, knocks it down. Jason Tatum heating up right now. I agree. Some Astros fans are really just silly, not admitting the cheating stuff. So nice pass to Gobert, the runner, unable to finish. Robert Williams gets the rebound back. Nice pass. Williams finishes at the rim. Beautiful job there by Tatum. Yeah, when was the last time the Phillies they've had a long drought, a playoff drought as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. I mean, they haven't gone to a playoff game in a long time. But I like Bryce Harper. I can say that. Nice alley-oop to Williams, who finishes. That was a really great play. As you're approaching the end of the third quarter here, Utah 75, Boston 72, as there is a foul on there's a foul on Rudy Gobert for the screen. Smart going to the ground. Boston looking to tie up this game before the half ends. I mean, you see him there. Marcus Smart is a really great defender. So he's such an important player to the Celtics' chances. But like I said, the Celtics need another player like LaMarcus Aldridge or something. That would really be great for them. As you see, Tatum pulls up for a tough 3, is fouled. Count it. It's a 4-point play for Jason Tatum as the Celtics can take the lead back. What a shot that was from Jason Tatum. My goodness, this was some kind of shot. Ingles coming off the edge. Tatum was fouled for 3. He knocks it down, puts it in, and is fouled. Tatum is on fire. He is now shooting really well, and the Celtics can take the lead here. With this free throw, Tatum up to 22 points now, 9 out of 17 from the field. Let's see if he can knock down this free throw, and it rattles home, and Boston takes the lead. On a 4-point play from Jason Tatum. Very nice. And here's Conley faking the step back. Long range floater is good as Utah takes the lead back once again as we are approaching the end of the third quarter. 1 minute left so far. As you see, the other Williams, no relation, is off of Ingles. Boston still has the ball. As they give it out to Kemba, shot clock back down to 14. Niang is playing defense. Kemba, top of the key three. Rebound Williams. Grant Williams gets a rebound. Outside, Smart tries it. He knocks it down. Marcus Smart from downtown. And Boston is up by 2. Approaching the end of the third quarter, Boston has really stepped up. Here's Ingles now, dribble 3. Rebound Williams. Robert Williams gets a rebound. He's a great rebounder. And here is Smart to Tatum. Tatum, fadeaway J. No good. Rebound Gobert. Boston still has the lead by 2. The last possession for Utah here. There have been 12 lead changes in this game and 9 ties so far. A tightly contested game that this is going to come down to the wire in the fourth quarter. As you see, Clarkson, shot clock down to 1. Clarkson got to put up a prayer. Almost went in. Rebound Tatum, last shot, and Smart could not finish it. Smart almost made a beautiful runner shot to end the third quarter, but it did not work out. Boston, nevertheless, has the lead at the end of the third quarter. Boston has played really well when they have the lead after the third quarter. NBA TNT Tuesday. Celtics versus the Jazz. Celtics taking the lead in the third quarter, 79-77 at the end of 3. It's going to be a great finish here. Unfortunately, I hope you guys don't mind. I gotta have dinner right now, so I'm gonna do it while we're in the middle of the break between the third and fourth, and I'll be restarting the stream once again. I'll obviously be doing the fourth quarter as much as I can. So I'll be stopping the stream. I'll be restarting it again, so you guys get the notification that I'm live again. And I hope to see you in the next stream. Thanks for watching so far, guys.